But all right, so we have some guest speakers today, guys. So happy Tuesday. If you're not in a position where you're driving and you can be on video, I think that could be the best way that to get the most out of this call today. So I invited a couple of our young entrepreneurs in our business to join me on our call and to really just have a conversation around beliefs and some things that they've accomplished in their careers, and really kind of have a sheet of kind of an exercise I want to do with you guys to help you with your beliefs and help you shift your beliefs. So hopefully you guys take a lot out of this. Hey, Daryl, you don't look so serious anymore. You're doing Edward. Man, we got a lot of good-looking people out today. Is this a good-looking club? Is it? I see you, Hurston. I see you, buddy. I see you. It's hard looking good, isn't it?
Oh, nah, not too hard. Not too hard.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, guys. So beliefs. So if you're in a place to take some notes, I'm going to share my screen, and then we're going to talk to John and Jane, our two guest speakers today who are entrepreneurs, and they've been entrepreneurs for a little bit of time. So this is a paper here. It says limiting beliefs. So limiting beliefs are stories that we tell ourselves to explain our current situation or the decisions we make. All right. And this exercise, it says, read through these limiting beliefs and circle the beliefs that resonate with you. Write down any other limiting beliefs that come to mind through the exercise. So I'm going to kind of read through some of these, and we're going to talk to our guest speakers. So one of them says, it never happens for me. Another one is, I'm not good enough. There's nothing I can do about it. And this in regards to health, finances, diet. There is a right way of doing things. There's never enough time. Another one's, I'm a fraud. I shouldn't have to tell them that. Another one is, I need to know what others think before I take action. I don't know what I want. I don't have enough resources. I always have to struggle. Others have it easier. If you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. If it hasn't happened yet, it will never happen. I'm too old, or I'm too young to do something. I don't need a lot of money. Things happen, but they never last. Another one is, people can't be trusted or aren't reliable. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. So kind of let that resonate, John and Jane, a little bit of some of those limiting beliefs. John, do you mind sharing a little bit about your career path? You run your own business now. How old are you, by the way?
25.
25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You started working in our organization and our network of offices. How old were you?
I was 23 when I started. Actually, just celebrated. Yesterday was the day I got promoted into management.
I did see that. Congrats, buddy.
Thanks.
It's 1 year, right?
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you're 23, you're 25 now. So obviously, it took you 1 year to learn the business and to learn the fundamentals and get promoted. So, all right. And you work with Verizon 5G, right? One of the latest technologies and one of the biggest investments in the Verizon footprint, which is ridiculous. So that's pretty cool. You got a deal like Verizon in that brand. And then we got Jane as well. Hi, Jane. So Jane, Jane, how old were you when you started in our organization, in our model?
Oh my God, great question.
18.
I think it was like right when I turned 21, which is obviously, fun for team nights. But yeah, I think I was 21. So I'm 27 now. That's what? Yeah, 6 years.
5 or 6 years ago. That's awesome.
Yeah, 5.5, 6 years.
That's awesome. So very cool. And just a question. So Jane, what does your family do? What do they do? What for work or whatever? Are they entrepreneurs? Are they business people or?
Yeah, they were always in business. So my dad actually kind of grew up in the States, went to UIC to get his business management, but he decided to open up his franchise of Foot Lockers. So kind of growing up, he had like a chain of, I think about 4 Foot Lockers. So it was really cool kind of helping him out with that. But my mom, I would say I'm first generational, here from my mom's side. So she went to get her fashion degree in South Korea. So when she moved back here to marry my dad, she opened up her own wedding studio in Loyola University campus area. So it's really busy and she's doing well. So that's what my parents do.
Awesome. And John, what about you, buddy? I know you're here from the Michigan area, born and raised. What does your family do?
Yeah, none of them were ever in like business. My dad worked with the same company since he was 18, started off on the line. Now he's moved up to like a customer support specialist. So he travels a lot. And my mom, when I was growing up, was a stay-at-home mom. So it's kind of nice coming home from school, having sandwiches already, ready to rock. But she works now, but she lives in Wisconsin. So, but yeah, I was the first actually one of my family to graduate college and go down a different type of path than what they did. So
awesome. So I read through some of those beliefs. Those, we talked about eliminating these limiting beliefs. Anything come to mind when I was reading some of those? Any of those resonate with you? And what are your thoughts around them?
Sure. I know when I before I got into the business, I think when I was going through school, I definitely was that person that I didn't know what I wanted to do, had no direction, no clear cut path of like, this is like what I wanted to do. So that was definitely a limiting belief that I had. And I think I've seen it too, just being in the business the last few years. I've seen people really not use words to help them, but use words like I have to do this, or, not like I get to do this, or I get to have an opportunity. I see people use words against them. And that's definitely, I've seen people definitely drive themselves down the wrong path of just not realizing that, you really can attack anything if you just have the right support, you have the right attitude, and you have the work ethic to back it up,
Right. Jane, any thoughts for you when I read through some of those beliefs?
Yeah, so it's interesting. We had a strong Monday yesterday in terms of production, but when I read a few of those things, it was like excuses, that, the bullshit story that you tell yourself why you couldn't make it. So, I mean, playing to win versus playing not to lose is pretty much what I ran the morning meeting for my guys. And I kind of gave a personal example. Last Monday, went out to the field. So the cutoff time is around 8:00. I decided to get to the field maybe around 7:50. So I had about 10, 20 minutes. My iPad, when I got to the territory, was the iPad was at 1%, guys. So, when you're enrolling customers. So I could have easily said, you know what? I'm just going to turn around and go home. So I decided to knock. And the first person that answered, I said, okay, grab your, bill. Let me do the presentation. Hey, while I'm doing the presentation, do you mind if I borrow your Apple charger? So I plugged it in, closed her, went to the next door until I got my yes customer, because I was so excited because it went from 1% to 3%, guys. So obviously, when I read that, I was like, wow, it's just all about playing to win versus not to lose. So that's what came to my mind immediately.
Yeah. It's interesting. So guys, I just got back from the gym. I know my friend, Eddie, who's also known as Edward when he's in trouble with me. Eddie was texting me this morning about some things, and I sent a picture back of me on the leg press. I went on and did the rest of my morning routine, and And, I walk into the sauna and I just kind of sit in the sauna. I have my headset on. I got some books I'm listening to. And as I'm in the sauna, I can't even hear my AirPods that I'm listening to because there's a guy sitting about, 5-10 feet away from me who is screaming at the top of his lungs. He's like, F the governor, F this one. She's trying to run my life. I can't believe my business is freaking suffering right now. I own all these restaurants. And so just so you guys know, as of Sunday, the governor just shut down restaurants and bars and whatever starting tomorrow. And he's like, fuck her, blah, blah. And excuse my French. He's like going nuts, whatever. And I'm just sitting there like trying to like close my eyes and do my Zen moments, whatever. And as I, just kind of, I can't literally hear what my podcast. I'm like, all right, might as well just sit here and just be, And then there's this gentleman sitting to my left who says, and it literally almost brought tears to my eyes. He goes, I'm in my mid-40s. I have a 6-year-old daughter at home. And because of this moves this governor's making, and listen, I'm not judging the moves. I lost my job for the second time in 4 months. I'm a teacher at the local university and they're shutting down the university. So they're doing massive layoffs. I already checked into unemployment and I'm going to get $160 a week. I can't take care of my daughter like that. What does she expect us to do? And I was like, it's just to me, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm in an opportunity that I can employ people, I can work. We, as a business, we do something that's needed, and we're in a positive position compared to a lot of people. And so, it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. But okay, so moving on. But anyways, I think it's very interesting, the world. Now, I also think that we can make changes. And I think some of the things they were saying were limiting beliefs as well. And I wasn't in a position to say anything. I didn't know these human beings. I see them though pretty often in the gym. All right, so some other limiting beliefs. I'm going to share my screen again, Jane and John. And we're going to talk through a few more of them. All right. All right, so I think I stopped on people can't be trusted or aren't reliable. It's too late for me to do something. They have blank something, but I wouldn't want their life, judgment. I lack the money or resources to do a great job. This is a man's world. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to do that. Don't get too excited. I may jinx myself. I'll jinx myself. I'm not clear. I don't have the right skill sets. I'm not good with money. No one supports me. I have no idea. I don't have the money. I'm not very sociable, outgoing. I don't get enough support. Money is hard to make. I don't have anything to add, or I've tried that before. I'm not very creative. Being honest gets me in trouble. Money comes but doesn't last. I can't be happy until he or she changes. I can't seem, will never. My plate is too full. I'm not good with money. If people really knew me, they wouldn't like me. What if it doesn't work? There's not enough time. I just can't get a break. I can't be happy until my finances, my relationships looks like blank. What if they reject me? They don't like me. Things will never get better. I don't want to make a mistake. I'll never change. So I'll stop there. So John, Jane, any, you guys ever say those things or hear people say those things, and any thought, anyone stand out to you guys, and how would you respond to those?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, one thing I love about our business is we're always growing, we're always learning. And I've definitely, as of recently, like when someone gives me a reason, multiple reasons to not feel like I can rely on them or trust them, then I kind of create this self-fulfilling prophecy for myself that like this person is just unreliable. And then sure enough, they're always unreliable, right? Same thing I've seen people say, like, I don't make enough money. Well, if you always say you don't make enough money, you're never going to have enough money, right? So it's one of those things that even I'm working on now too, with, trying to work with people and address issues early and often, rather than just chalking it up as this person's unreliable. Cause then that's all you're ever going to get, is someone who's unreliable.
Right. Right. And coming from the guy after 1 year in management has 50 grand saved, right? So nice job, buddy.
Thanks.
All right. Jane, what about you? Any of those things resonate? Anything stand out?
It's interesting because the past few weeks, it's just I recently had a leaders dinner at a really fancy Italian restaurant. So we were just talking about mindset. I don't know why we were, but just on, everything that's going on in current events. So we just decided that, that's not going to, bring us down in terms of our success and our opportunity. So just reading that, I just immediately realized that people don't really find that attractive, If you guys train or, start an interview and, hey, how was the weather? Or how was your day? Man, it was really cold. It just rubs you off a little bit wrong, right? So I find it so unattractive. So cool part of the story. So, I mean, we got a bottle of wine, this is not a cheap Italian restaurant. So the tab that I ran with my leader was around $100. So I asked for my check. The waitress came by and said, the gentleman and woman across from you paid for your entire tab. This was on Saturday night. So I've never actually had a total stranger pay for my meal before with my leader, which was extra cool, right? So I go to the table and I asked, do I know you? She says, no, but I honestly couldn't overhear about your conversation, how passionate you were. And so, I think there just needs to be a lot of, young adults like both of you two. And,
Wow.
it was awesome. It was a very awesome experience. It's $100 tab paid by two total strangers because we just talked about how amazing our opportunity was. Just a leaders dinner.
Right. That's awesome. It's very interesting, right? I've in my career, I've come across in Columbus, there was a girl I was dating in my early 20s whose father was a vice president, or it's called a life coach, essentially, for State Farm. He did very, very well, self-made millionaire. Lived in right outside of Cincinnati, a place called Mason, Ohio, for anyone that knows that area. It's a very nice area. Country club, everything else. I remember going out to dinner one time with them, and he, I don't know, he had this card that there's an organization that does that, where they just pay for people's tabs and then they leave the card. And it's just because of someone, someone had passed or something had happened really negative. So they turned it into a positive, and they would just kind of help others. And I remember him doing that when we were out to dinner one time for a family. And I remember thinking to myself, man, someday I'm going to have enough finances just to, give good to the world. And, it just sounds like the same type of story. So how cool is that? All right, very good. So last couple, limiting beliefs. I'm going to read some more of these. And then I know we have another entrepreneur on the call that I'm going to pick on, or not pick on, but have him talk a little too. All right, another couple. Let's see. Things will get better. Okay, this person will never change. This shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't put my needs before others. I can't grow my business income by that much. Nobody cares. That shouldn't have happened. I should be doing more. Starting my own business is risky. I can't until I'm doing better. I'm a screw up. I don't deserve love, success, money, fame, etc. I can't make a living doing what I really love to do. Good people are hard to find. I'm not blank. I'm not smart. I'm not funny. I'm not good looking. I'm not talented enough. I shouldn't want more in my life. The economy is bad. I can't depend on most people. They always seem to have all the luck. they can accomplish that, but not me. If I pursue what I really love, my relationships will suffer. Things will never work out for me. So I know we have another friend of mine. I don't know. Daryl, are you still there, buddy? I know you're a pretty young entrepreneur. You run your business in South Florida, and you jump on these calls every Tuesday. Do you mind sharing a little bit about some of those in your perspective, being a young entrepreneur? And by the way, Daryl's wires for his company weekly are about 20,000 a week right now, because I know the program he's on.
You caught that one, huh? I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep an eye on you. Uh-oh. I think we may have lost him. So, he'll jump. You there, buddy?
Yeah, I got disconnected. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. So any thoughts about this idea of limiting beliefs and maybe things you've said to yourself and how you maybe shifted them to help you do well?
Yeah, I heard a few of them. One was my relationships have to suffer, especially in the business that we're in. I used to believe that your relationships have to suffer, and to an extent, they will. Kobe Bryant used to say, when you're chasing the gold and when you're chasing a championship, everything else around you is going to suffer. The time you spend with friends, the time you spend with family. But ultimately, I've come to find out that if you're somebody in school, if you're somebody that has a spouse, it's not easy doing both in our business, but you make it work. What I tell my guys who are married, I'm like, hey, when you're here, you give 100% here. But when you're with your wife, you give her 100%. You don't look at your phone. You're not looking at GroupMe when you're with her. So I used to be a huge, believer in, the relationships will suffer, but I can see that you can make time for both now. And then the other one that stuck out was I'm a screw up. I've made a ton of bad decisions in my past, but I believe that experience is not the best teacher. Evaluate experiences. And as long as you're evaluating, what you're going through, it's okay to lose the day. Just don't lose the lesson, as Sebastian says. So, that spoke to me. But thank you, Ken, for getting me involved.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Keep up the good work, man. I just love great examples of young entrepreneurs and, growing up in this thing. I know the road has been up and down for you over time. And you came out here to Detroit, helped my office get rocking when I got on retail. So I want to do my best to repay the favor, right? So John, Jane, any other thoughts about this last section of limiting beliefs?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I want to share with people is just really, really start your day with gratitude. Brief short story. My dad worked a lot, and then it was around 06, 08. He was in the hospital for about 2 years, had a brain tumor. It wasn't cancerous, but it was massive to where he was literally in the hospital for over a year. And I remember talking to him, and I was only 13 at the time, and he told me every day when he was able to actually get up, he would look out the window, and all he wished was that he was working. That's it, that he was able to work. Because when you're not able to work, you forget how much you wish you were able to work. So just be grateful that you're in this opportunity. You got so much support. You have unlimited growth potential, but you do got to put in the work, and you got to, surround yourself with the right people. I like what Daryl said. I think everyone's made mistakes. I've hung around wrong groups of people in the past, which took me down a whole different path. But if you surround yourself with the right people that you want to either be like or that are doing what you're doing, you're going to be on the right path. So.
Awesome. Jane, any other thoughts from you about the last couple limiting beliefs?
They both said it all. So I think with limiting beliefs, it's just the standard that you set yourself and what kind of life you want. So I've never seen Ken depressed or angry. I think he's been to a lot of the weddings, like Adrian's wedding. So he just looks happy. So, you can't do that. I think limiting beliefs is just a department in the confidence department. And confidence comes from happiness, and happiness comes from learned experience. So obviously, they kind of both said it best.
Nice.
So that's kind of my, 2 cents.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll share with you guys a couple that, that stand out to me. So, all right. The one that said something about I should, or I'm not good enough. I've said that to myself over my career. I just can't get a break. I've said that to myself. This shouldn't be happening. I remember saying that a lot. Oh, and I can't until I'm doing better. It's the idea of I can't, do something or take action until I'm doing, a bit better at where I am. And, and I'll tell you, I had a conversation recently with some of our team and some of my values, like I enjoy giving. I really enjoy serving and giving. And one of the neat things is, some of you guys know that there's a orphanage down in Belize that I've been to, and I've helped paint, and some of our partners behind the scenes, basically run Vera. If you guys don't know Vera, runs the orphanage. And, I got an email last week that, unfortunately with what's going on in the world, financially, the orphanage is in a really tough spot. And so a lot of us are coming together behind the scenes financially to give support and just for Christmas presents and different things. And one of the messages I got from one of the girls, Vanessa, who helps run the orphanage, she said, "Hey, Ken, do you just want to send me the money and I'll do all the work? I know you're busy." And I said to her, I was like, no, I want you to, I know a lot of people have certain kids they like taking care of, they have relationships with, and I have relationships with most of them. I'm okay with you just assigning me to one of the kids that may not be kind of assigned to someone already. I was like, but I don't want to just send you money. I want to take my boys and I want to show them pictures of the orphanage when I was there and all the kids. And I want to spend 30 minutes to an hour and walk them through how these children live and show them pictures and explain to them what's going on. And I want them to say that, hey, because of what daddy does, we're now going to go to the store and we're going to provide a Christmas for one of these kids. And I want my boys to pick out the gifts. And I want them to think through, what it's like to have a Christmas without a family and without having parents. And I want them to grow up in a world where, hey, listen, although we live in a gated community and we live in a nice home, we have a big backyard and a pool and all this other stuff. I want them to know there's people that don't grow up this way. And I want them to be humble. And I want them to be appreciative and grateful for the life we have. And the idea of, Brady this morning, he outgrew his shoes again. His kid outgrows his shoes like every 3 weeks. It's nuts. But he's asking for brand new shoes again. And I want him to know that not everybody gets brand new shoes every 3 or 4 weeks, So, but all right, guys. So listen, my goal today, John, Jane, anything else you guys want to add about beliefs and limiting beliefs, removing them to help these guys and girls on the call that, want to just have a great life and a great career. And, as we get into 2020, finishing up and getting into 2021, any other thoughts about mindset to help them remove these beliefs that may be getting in their way?
Yeah, just don't wait, don't wait to make changes. Don't wait for someone else to do it first. Just do it. Start today. Wake up in the morning, have a gratitude journal, have a picture board, have a vision board, whatever it is that gets you going, but just do something, take action now. The longer you wait, just the longer you're going to push everything out much further. So just get it done.
Awesome. Jane?
Yeah, I mean, your new life is going to cost you your new life is going to cost you your old one. And I really thought of everything I've came from starting entry level in the field to now. I definitely am not the same person when I first walked in to the business. So I'm just really, really excited for pretty much every single person on this call. Kind of, you're going to have to really develop yourself. internally, and all the personal development that Ken's going over. So I'm really excited for you guys.
Awesome. Daryl, anything you want to add, bud? Obviously, you've been through the ups and downs of the opportunity and just life and things.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me better this time?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. I don't know where everybody is on this call. I don't know many people, but I'll just tell you through my journey, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. I know sometimes we can get anxious to get to the next level. Build this on bricks. Don't build it on a deck of cards. Take your time. And just remember, our business is not a race, it's a marathon. And the day you stop racing is the day you'll eventually win the race. So, I'm not telling you to take your time, but I'm telling you to just build it on a foundation, a strong foundation, because no roots, no fruits. And I'm excited to see everybody on this call get to the next level.
Nice. All right, very good. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, happy Tuesday. Thanks for jumping on today. Again, Clear channel. Hop on your local YouTube. Get on there, like it, share it with your friends, share it with your teams, and appreciate all the guys and girls. All you guys getting on today. I appreciate John and Daryl and Jane getting on and sharing your knowledge. So dropping some knowledge nuggets. Happy Tuesday, guys. Have a great day. See ya.
Thanks. See you guys.
Thank you, guys.